Time, space, reality. It's more than a linear path. It is a prism of endless possibility, where a single choice can branch out into the infinite realities, creating alternate worlds from the ones you know, and even some worlds that have been long forgotten. I am the Grand Creator. I am your guide through these vast new realities and forgotten possibilities. And this is one of many that have been forgotten to time. Follow me and ponder the question, what if? Feudal Japan, an era of beauty and elegance, has also become another canvas for the creation of a brand new universe, one that tells the story of the Ghost Rider, a spirit of vengeance who drags all sinners and demons to their demise. But what if the rider took on a challenge of a shogun so demonic he could not do it alone? The time had come to storm the capital. Roku reigns, a wandering swordsman travels the land in search of injustice. Together with his partner Sai, aka Psylocke, they would hunt down all those who would dare disturb the peace of Japan's people. But Roku had a dark secret. He had been holding back a demon deep inside, one he did not wish to use if he could help it. He did not wish to become a monster, especially before his partner and lover. But in this adventure, Roku will meet his destiny and will do what's right, even if it costs him a normal life, as he does battle with the shogun of this land, Mephisto. Mephisto had eyes everywhere. Roku and Sai would have a challenge on their hands. They couldn't do it alone. They would need help to stop and overthrow him. They travelled to meet with Mikuru Murdoch and asked for her help, but she did not want to put her people at risk, especially when Mephisto has their souls. All of their souls. Roku vows to free them all, but he couldn't do it alone. Mikuru sighs and then tells Roku that if he wants help, he would have to find the Moonblade Warrior, who has also been fighting the Shogun's forces. Suddenly the village was attacked by the Steel Serpent, forcing Roku and Sai to fight. Mikuru also joins the fray as Daredevil. But the demon inside Roku really wanted to get out, and it made it hard for him to fight back. Somehow they cornered the Steel Serpent, but that is when he appeared. General Blackheart, Mephisto's son, and he was in no mood to take prisoners. Roku tries to stop him, but was easily outmatched, and Mikuru was taken away, leaving Roku battered and Sai surrounded. But the light of the moon gave them a chance to escape. Blade, the Moonblade Samurai, had come to help Roku and Sai defeat Mephisto, as was his mission given to him by Khonshu. But as for Mikuru, her soul was in grave danger. The Shogun binds anyone that stands against him. Should they fight back, their soul would be burnt until there was nothing left but darkness. Blade and Khonshu wondered why Roku's been holding back the rider's power. Roku simply did not want to transform anymore, but there was more to it than that. Blade told Roku and Sai that there was a palace nearby that the Ten Rings had claimed for themselves, the Ten Rings clan of China. Wenwu isn't one to join forces, but his army is well equipped to battle against Mephisto if they are willing to help. Wenwu refuses and tells them to leave. But Roku walks up and furiously tells him that Mephisto will end them all if he doesn't help. But Wenwu uses the Ten Rings to force Roku out, who nearly let the rider slip. Sai, now worried, asks Roku why he holds back his full power. He hesitates, but he tells Sai the truth. The rider went on a rampage many years ago and burned a sinful village to the ground. No innocence was saved. He didn't want to cause any more pain, but Sai wasn't scared, because she knows that no matter what form he takes, the man she loves will always be inside. Just when they thought they could breathe, Mephisto had come. His forces tore the palace apart. Wenwu was no match for him. until Roku saved Wenwu despite him getting knocked down by Wenwu. Meanwhile, Sai and Blade were forced to face Blackheart and the Scarlet Witch. Both were defeated easily, but when Mikuru emerged as Mephisto's minion, Sai was captured. Roku was powerless to stop Mephisto as he leaves with Sai. Left defeated, Roku was ashamed and helpless to save the one he loved. Moved by his courage to save him, Wenwu revealed that his wife and son's souls were also taken by Mephisto. They, along with his daughter, were gone. But Roku still had a chance to save Sai, and so Wenwu and his clan will fight for him and Blade. With an army by his side, Roku and his friends had a new goal: storm the capital, rescue Sai, and defeat Mephisto. The army of freedom fighters charged through their demonic armies, all to create a path for the champions free to stand face to face with the Shogun Mephisto himself. But he would not die so easily, as he faced Blade and Wenwu. Roku, however, was left with a possessed Sai to fight. Roku tried to get through to her, but her mind and soul were in pain by Mephisto's influence. Roku yelled to stop the fighting and makes a deal with the devil himself. Roku offers his soul to Mephisto and asks to let the souls of his victims be set free. Out of nowhere, but Mephisto always did love a spicy deal. The deed was done, Sai was free, and the rider was now Mephisto's puppet. But it was only Roku's soul he had. The rider was still there, and he was out for blood against Mephisto. A fierce clash and a stare that burnt even Mephisto's soul. It was all over now, and peace had been restored, but at a cost. Roku may be gone, but his memories will live on in the rider, and vows to Sai that Roku and her will see each other again very soon. But only when all those Mephisto had hired were brought down to justice. Sai was sad to see her lover go away, but she was happy that in the end he regained his courage and they will see each other again. The damned were now in trouble, and the dead cry out for vengeance, and Roku, in his full might, will hunt down and defeat and slay all those who threaten the land he deems sacred. So says the Ghost Rider.